Hey everyone, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is time to take a look at another quick build. We will be looking at Vayne today. So what we're going to do is take a look at her runes, her masteries, her abilities, and of course her items. As for Vayne's abilities, at level 1 you're typically going to want to put a point into your Q, which is of course your tumble. At level 2, putting a point actually into either your Condemn or your Silver Bolts is kind of up to you. Doing Vayne's actually leveling up her abilities is actually a little bit different depending on the person. So you'd put a point into your Condemn if you want to play a little bit safer and have the knockback to keep yourself safe. If you want more damage, you put points in your Silver Bolts. It's easier to deal damage and the true damage and all that fun stuff. So depending on that, put a point into either one of those into your ability slots at level 2, and then the other one in at level 3. Now as for maxing out your abilities as Vayne, this goes multiple ways. A lot of people like to do Silver Bolts and max that out so they get the maximum amount from the true damage that they can have early. Although that's not too much of a big deal until people really have some more health later on, so then some people will max out their Q first. Regardless, pick one of these two to max out, find out which one fits your playstyle, but always pretty much max Condemn last. And then obviously put points into your final hour at levels 6, 11, and 16. As for our rune page that we like to take with Vayne, we take our ADC short range page because she is of course short range. So what that is our attack damage marks, we have our armor seals, we have our flat magic resist glyphs, and then we have attack damage quintessences. As for our mastery page that we take our AD carry page, which is a 2190 page. We do 21 in the offense, we skip out on double-edged sword and pick up frenzy, which will be beneficial on Vayne later in the game once we start critting. And as for the items that we like to take when we play Vayne at level 1, we typically start out with the Doran's Blade and a health pot. And then early on, our first few trips back, we like to pick up a Bilgewater Cutlass along with the starting out of our boots. Our early core build consists of the Berserker Greaves, a Blade of the Ruined King, and a Phantom Dancer. This way we are not only critting them, but we are moving around quicker and attacking a lot faster, getting more procs off on our Silver Bolts. A full build may look a little like this. We have our Berserker Greaves with actually the Fervor enchantment if you want to get those later on. We have our Blade of the Ruined King. We have our Phantom Dancer, the Infinity Edge, the Last Whisper, and then we round things out with a Banshee's Veil, not only giving us health and magic resist because the AP will probably try to get to our face to burst us down, but this also keeps us alive and it negates any one of those spells that might prevent us from getting killed, like some crowd control, so it's really good. As for some optional items, here's one way to do things. If you don't like Banshee's Veil and you just want a Guardian Angel, that's another way to go if you want to do that. But the Yumu's Ghost Blade is also a good item to pick up if you actually want to skip out the Phantom Dancer. You can totally bust a Ghost Blade and activate it and go balls to the wall on people when you get into fights by activating it. Also, it does give you a little bit more armor penetration early on if that's something that you do need. It is a good item. It does work very well. These two are very substitutable, just kind of depending on what you're really looking for. But that will be a quick build for Vayne. Try it out, it works great. That's kind of her go-to attack speed, crazy run around, kill everybody build late in the game. So give it a shot. But other than that, good luck out there on the fields of justice.